Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now. You are surrounded by technology, whether you knew it or not. Everywhere you go, there's technology influencing your life, whether it's staring you in the face or maybe it's just pervasive in the sense that it's in the air. Because, you know, those wireless signals gotta go somewhere, right? Could be bouncing right off you. Could be going right through you. You know, we've got a good story as posted to lockergnome.com. Sorry, I'm thinking of the outdoors right now. I have allergies. Talk about, maybe I am allergic to wireless signals. Story posted, can technology improve us? And there's one sentence in this article I wanted to call your attention to. I use computers so much as to wonder if it's not the computer using me instead. Have you ever felt that way? Like you weren't in control? There were times when I was growing up that we had hardware around, not a lot of software, really, and the hardware was just impossible to use. Remember the flashing 12 o'clock on the VCR? Okay, maybe I'm the only one. Hope I'm not the only one. That would mean I have an incredibly young audience, which isn't a bad thing. Just you might not remember what a VCR was. Some people still use VCRs. Technology, you know, really forced you to figure out how to use it. And it wasn't intuitive. And we've accelerated to the point where now if hardware or software isn't intuitive, we tend to look elsewhere. My patience level is decreased to like nothing. If I can't figure something out in 2 minutes, unless I really need to, I'm not going to pick up an instruction manual. I'm just not going to do that. In fact, I had to do that, and it was frustrating because I just got a new car, and there was a feature that I didn't quite understand, but I wanted to understand it because I knew it could benefit me if I did understand it. I look it up in the instruction manual, and it didn't tell me anything. It said, here's what it is, and you can either turn it on or off. Like, great, but what does it do? Why is it relevant? And it really upset me. So I turned to the internet, my old pal, the internet, always on, always available, 24/7. And I said, okay, what the hell is this thing? And then I stumbled into a group of forums where people were explaining what it was and why it was relevant. So people helped me figure out technology because the technology wasn't intuitive enough in the car. And the instruction manual, the official instruction manual, kind of sucked. In fact, I can't even remember the last time I ever read an instruction manual that worked well. Then again, very rarely do I use technology over a long period of time, despite how much I've paid for it, if it isn't useful, if it's not intuitive, if I don't feel like it's a hurdle to get through or get over before I can actually see the benefit of using the technology. I've got a scanner here in my home office. And stop me if you hear these stories before or if it's resonating. You probably have similar stories. Sometimes I need to scan in a document, but it's easier and quicker for me to scan the document using a smartphone and a dedicated application than it is for me to load it up, the single piece of paper, into the scanner, pressing a button, then sitting at my desktop and doing all the processing. It's just so much easier to do it this way. Tick, 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 tick. That's it. Versus scan it in there, you can open up the desktop thing, wait for the scanner to warm up, press the button, and because the software kind of sucks, I have to be able to jump through a couple of hoops in order for it to work right, and I always opt for the path of least resistance when it comes to technology. So, can technology, if it's not usable, actually improve us? That's the question being posed by our guest blogger there in the story, as we've linked in this video's description.